All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Back to throw, Newton. He's got his tight end Fant. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
I know you felt that one. Come on, set, 8, read. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Let's go.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this one is right down Broadway. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Big hole to the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey, mark the screen. Recon 2, on here. Recon 152, 5.
Throwing is Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. And I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Bravo. Back to the mic.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough. If they're smart, they do.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to air it out, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Dorsett, 77 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
82, 82. 58, come on. 58, come on. I'm coming up to you.
Wentz now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the slant. Spot. No.
On 1st down, Lindsey. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So the points coming fast and furious. McManus's point after is good. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wentz going to throw. Complete. It's Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Here's Mixon. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he's out right at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 11.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now Joe Mixon. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Wentz. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken very short.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check 15. 8. Check safety. Check safety.
second down now. It's Cohen, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Gun. 24's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Wentz toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 24's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack on first down, Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Let's go, folks.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Okay, double. 24 is the mic. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
After the turnover, here's Murray. He'll find Lindsey here. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. That one goes for 30 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now 24.
Eagles 41, Broncos 17. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Man left. Watch one. Pick it up. 24 is the mic. 20. 24 is the mic.
From the gun, Newton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, Mixon. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage.
And he coughed it up.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
He's coming. We got double up. General West.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Joe Mixon with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Round. Great 57. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. All right.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. Looking left side, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Eagles, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Watch out. Ram.
Here's Wentz to throw. Flushed out right. And the Eagles are in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Now 3rd and 10.
Ready? 70 ending. You can't block me. You can't go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
24 is the mic. Record. Slam. Huh? 64. Wait.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Waiting. 59. Where's line 7? Get that quarterback. Buzz. Get that quarterback.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to go sack back at the 13-yard line. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This will be taken very short.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. This is Pittsburgh. Field left. Here we go, D. Here I come. 24 is the mic.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Murray, and this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
65, Broncos 17.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos get 1 score closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just 1 play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love you.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Wentz. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, are you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill. Mine's 50. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. to their big lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so let me hope. Julio Jones all alone. 30, the 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Julio Jones, 79 yards, and the Broncos get one score closer. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Lindsay going to try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. At their own 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
A pitch comes to Lindsay, and this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Kill. Protein spill. Hey, Delta. Twist. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Hey, empty.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz buying time to his left. And he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Check 59, right? Hey, Steve 6. Sunday. Slam. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, kill. Hey, Ford Tokyo. Mike, check. Hey, Foxtrot.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Great 15.
Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Wentz going to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you.